And welcome back to Good Day Acadiana and Traffic Talk with Ashley Moran from the Acadiana Planning Commission. Ashley, very important topic today about Pedestrian Safety Month. We were discussing some of the things that we've seen on the roadways here. The key thing that you said, and that I think needs to stick with everybody, whether you're in a car or whether you're on the road, be predictable.
Yeah, if obviously, people know, you're gonna cross at a crosswalk. Like if you are stopped, and there's a crosswalk and you start to cross, that's where people expect a pedestrian to cross. They do not expect a pedestrian to cross in the mid-block or just out in the middle of the road. That's an extremely dangerous thing to do because, you're in vehicle driving mode, you're working with traffic, you're looking for other cars, you're not looking for pedestrians in those spaces. That's why we have these designated crosswalk spaces. And they're not always convenient, I acknowledge that, but unfortunately, if we had them everywhere, then they would become just lines on the road.
Right.
So the reason that we have them delineated at specific spaces is that there's places where we know we have a high number of pedestrian volume at. It's places where we can put in infrastructure like ADA compliant sidewalks, ADA compliant ramps, and things like that. Signals for pedestrians. You saw that at Johnston and Ambassador, all the new improvements to the J-turn projects, they put in that. And so this is sometimes the days where you see some data that we have when pedestrians do walk. You do see it spiking around, in the morning and in the evening. And that is because the vast majority of Americans, if they are walking by bike or are walking or biking, they're doing it for recreation. It's something like 40-50% of trips that you see, which is great. Everyone, can be a pedestrian. Everyone can go out. I see that at night, especially walking the dog, getting the steps in. My husband every day walks our dogs twice a day, and it's great for keeping up his health, keeping up the dog's health. I've gotten my kids into doing it. So you can see just across all age groups, it's just a great way to get around, and it's so important for our health.
Yeah.
And just kind of keeping in it, because they say that's one of the best ways to have resiliency in older age is to have a good practice of walking.
Absolutely.
And it prevents all sorts of maladies that can occur when you're just sedentary. So we do want to encourage people to walk. I just want people to walk safely. I walk, like I said, I walk every day.
Yeah.
Just on the top of my regular fitness routine, just because it is just so healthy.
Yeah.
Just like I said, be predictable. I don't want anybody getting hit by a car, because what that does is that reduces everyone's enjoyment of walking and biking, and it just is a discouragement.
Right.
From that. So.
Well, very helpful tips there, Ashley Moran. We appreciate you coming on to spread the awareness. And again, remember, be predictable. Yes. We'll see you next week for another edition of Traffic Talk. For now, though, we got to get a look outside where we are tracking some pretty decent weather. And I'll let you know how long that sticks around in the forecast coming up.